Okay, welcome back to the Fables Sphere. Now today I would like to talk about drag. Now, not the racing type, the queen type. Although to be fair, both of them do involve a fair amount of reckless butt swinging, but the latter doesn't involve a track or any guide rails or any rules. In fact, actually, tacitly and metaphorically speaking, the vehicle in this particular type of drag race does have children in the back seat, and it is ever so seductively drifting off the edge of a cliff, taking the decency and innocence of the next generation with it. Now, to be more specific, I would like to talk about the Drag Your Kids to Pride event that happened just a few days ago at a bar in Dallas called Mr. where a bunch or a handful of delusional, self-engrossed, self-entitled, aloof, meager parents thought it would be apt to take elementary and middle school age children to a bar where there are scantily clad men gyrating in their faces. And not only that, they thought it would be apt to have their children strut up and down a stripper-like catwalk embellished with a beautiful neon sign that said, "It ain't going to lick itself." Isn't that special? Now, there's a lot more than meets the eye to this story, and I'd like to play this delightful video for you so that we can pick out some of the highlights and dissect it a little bit more. So, take a look.
This is the Drag the Kids to Pride event at Mr. Mister's in Dallas's Oaklawn neighborhood. Organizers promoted it as a family-friendly drag show where kids danced with the performers.
Okay, now, does this kid look like he wants to be there? Does this look like the perfect day out for him? Would he rather not be at home playing TV games or possibly playing outside or doing a plethora of other innocuous activities that doesn't involve polluting his mind in this fashion? The answer is, of course, yes. But unfortunately, his morally bankrupt parents care more about the validation and adulation that they would get from the village idiots in their communities and online, that they would willfully use their kid as a pawn to trendify their image. Let's continue.
Came with it were protests outside.
You people are the symptom of a dying society, and you know it.
You're scaring children! Shut up!
Okay, this is my favorite because it invariably happens in these cases. You know, the fake compassion and concern for children by these insidious navel-gazing people. Shut the fuck up, you're scaring the children! As if the protester fulminating in the street with a bullhorn from a safe distance is what's really causing the damage to these children. I mean, this is just a predictable and pathetic strategy that's often used to flip the script the moment you get caught doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, to then make yourself out to be the victim.
I live in this community. I have for several years.
Daisy says she first saw a poster for this event near where she lives.
I don't believe that I should be seeing signs advertising for children to be dancing on stage with men in thongs and in inappropriate clothing and makeup.
Okay, so now you know for a fact that this lady over here will be thrown into the basket of isms and phobes. Now, obviously, her discontent and disapproval for the practice of trying to groom children into the sexualized world of drag will most certainly not be taken lightly. I mean, her plight of sanity is unfortunately not welcome in today's world.
The organizers say today was a family-friendly event with a safe environment separate from their normal operations. In a statement, they said, "We believe everyone should have a space to celebrate who they are. Mr. Mister's is a place where everyone is welcome to feel accepted, safe, and included."
Okay, so let me reiterate that statement for you, just to make sense of all of this. Today was a family-friendly event with a safe environment separate from their normal operations. Apparently, this is what's being touted as a safe environment for kids. Half-naked adults gyrating their asses in kids' faces, allowing kids to slip singles into their thongs under the warm pink glow of a "it ain't going to lick itself" sign. Is it just me, or does that seem like an environment that kids shouldn't be within 100 kilometers of?
I've been here like every night throughout the week.
AJ Cruz has worked at Mr. Mister's for about 2 years now. He said today's event allows people to express themselves.
There was a lot less people drinking today, so that would make it more kid-friendly just because there's so many people here. Everyone just came from all walks of life and, just enjoyed Pride.
Okay, so let's be clear here so that we don't conflate the two issues over here. Your safe space to express yourself and to feel included isn't the issue over here. The issue is that you put together a sexualized drag event that was specifically targeted at children. And for what? For whose benefit? The children's? Did they ask for this? Did they want this? No, of course not. But they're going to try and make the talking points around this as nebulous as possible as to evade the real purpose of what this event was actually for.
Organizers said they've received threatening emails and phone calls from the protesters.
I do not in any way condone the behavior that these people are engaging in, but what drags me out here is it's kids now.
Dallas police said they went to the event and protest to assist with crowd control and clear.
Okay, alright, I think we've seen enough of that video. Let me conclude. Let me conclude by saying this. In a saner society, the video that I just showed you would have been condemned by the majority of people, most specifically the media, politicians, influencers, public figures, all of them. But we don't live in a sane society anymore. Therefore, the ironically virtuous and furtively sordid among us today are somewhat but predictably vapored about this entire issue. And it's not that they don't care about your children. I mean, God forbid that we had to imply that they don't care about the children. It's that they would be remiss if they had to deny the decadences of progressivism that comes with a kiddies' day out such as this, regardless of how pernicious it is. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.